Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. This is the regular meeting of the Village Council for the Village of Leonard. I want to welcome everybody. Today is July 10th, 2017. I'd like to ask everyone to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and a brief invocation. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you that we can be here, and we pray that you will guide the people that are elected and guide those who have come to this meeting, and that it will be a good meeting. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Okay, we have a roll call for attendance for the Village Council.
President McDonald.
Present.
Mrs. Sotheby.
Here?
Mr. Amaranti.
Here.
Mr. Hoffman.
Here.
Mr. Kennedy.
Here.
We'll note for the record that both Clerk Cindy Grosskopf and Treasurer Judy Burse are present. Judy's upstairs right now, but she'll be right down. Council has before it the minutes of the regular meeting held June 12th. Are there any questions, changes, or corrections? If none, a motion to approve the minutes would be in order.
I so move.
I'll second it.
Are there any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of approval of the minutes of June 12th, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Okay, council has before it a proposed agenda. I'd ask the council's indulgence to add a new item under new business, and that would be the interlocal agreement for building officials. Are there any other changes, amendments? If none, a motion to approve the agenda as amended would be in order.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes,
I'll second.
the agenda.
Okay.
Who got it?
Paul made the motion. Shar, did you make the second?
I did.
Okay, any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the amended agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Okay. Council has before it the treasurer's report for the month of June. Are there any questions, changes, or corrections on that report? If none, a motion to approve and file it would be in order.
I make a motion to receive and file.
I'll second it.
Are there any questions on the motion? Hearing none, could we have a roll call then for the treasurer's report approval?
Mr. Kennedy.
Yes.
Mr. Amaranti.
Yes.
President McDonald.
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman.
Yes.
Mrs. Sotheby.
Yes.
Okay. Council has before it the accounts payable for the month of June. After review, are there any questions, changes, or corrections? If none, a motion to approve the payment of the bills in the amounts stipulated would be in order.
I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills in the amount of $20,269.65 for the general, $2,539.70 for major, and $87.50 for the local.
I'll second that.
Supported by Mr. Hoffman. Are there any questions on the motion? Hearing none, roll call please for approval.
Mrs. Sotheby.
Yes.
President McDonald.
Yes.
Mr. Amaranti.
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy.
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman.
Yes.
Okay. At this time, it's an opportunity for the public to address the village council. The council would appreciate your keeping your statement as brief as possible, and we won't recognize a specific time limit unless things get a little too wordy. That said, would anybody care to address the village council on an item not on the agenda? If it is on the agenda, you may address it. Yes, sir.
Yes. Coming out of the alley on East Elmwood, going going north or east, you come to Division Street there, right by the alley. You're at the end of the alley where the stop sign is. That stop sign is obscured. The limbs are all around it, but you have to pull almost out in the middle of the road on Division Street there to get out of that alley. There's brush on this side, on the, by Mrs. Frost, that is so big and so bad. I even had the police go down and look at it and said, yes, it is a safety problem. And we're going to have a lot of people in town this weekend, and they're going to be coming down that alley, and cars are going to be flying through there in carts. And I hate to see someone get hurt there.
Okay,
My other problem is, we didn't get any garbage pickup this week for some reason down the alley. Olson's,
nobody called me. I mean, nobody said anything. You're the first.
okay,
When that happens, let me know right away.
okay, it's happened. And, you know, I'm hoping they come this Saturday and come down the alley because they're gonna have a lot of trash down there.
No, you want them to come Friday.
Friday, yeah, Friday.
Well,
Yeah.
they were late coming around, even in my area.
They what?
They were late coming.
Well, yeah, but they were late, but that, today's Monday.
Yeah, yours wasn't even picked
Not
up.
even picked up, they didn't come down the alley.
All right.
And the third thing I'd like to put on the agenda.
You said two. No, I'm just kidding.
I just made
Go
one
ahead.
more.
Go ahead.
Are we ever going to fix any sidewalks in Leonard? I've got some right in front of me, and I know Mr. Almoretti and Hoffman and Charlene have seen it.
Yeah.
It's really bad, and we're going to have a lot of people in town and a lot of older people, and if someone falls down, we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, we have been doing temporary repairs in order to keep ourselves out of trouble with insurance liability. We are doing a major stretch with the Elmwood Street project, and I have had them look at that, so
So it's been looked at.
it's been looked at, but it hasn't been added to the project. Yeah, we might
Yeah,
have
it's humped up about like this right now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not good. It needs to be done.
Okay. Anybody else care to address the council?
How's it looking on the status of new ordinances for rentals and?
It's in the hands of the attorney right now. We're waiting for him to give us the codified version of a property maintenance ordinance.
For property and for
And for
business?
and rental units, yes. And I will check to find out. I think it was this one. Okay, thank you. And I will check with Sunrise, who does our garbage pickup, and find out what happened with the pickup, but I'll make sure that they get down there by Friday.
Okay.
Okay, and I will follow up with the attorney, and if you want to check with the village during the week, when there's office hours, we'll have an updated status on when we might expect
We need
it.
to clean this little village up.
Yeah, it's definitely suffered.
Beautiful on Rolling Hall, they're doing a great job.
Well, I'm sure they'd be glad to hear that.
I just told them.
Yeah, yeah, long overdue.
Yep.
But we're picking it away at the trying to fix the worst first, so.
Everything's a start, though.
Yeah, Phyllis?
Would there be a way that they could bring the hot outside, and let it get some sun, because it is dying in there?
Okay. If they can't get it out, I'll get it out.
The seating flowers.
Okay. Are there any other comments?
Just real quick.
Yes.
You guys didn't pay anybody, that attorney, for the $42.85 to get all that stuff squared away, did you?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
I'm just curious, I just want to make sure, because, they got with
Because we'd like to thank you, because the next day,
Thank you, Steve.
he was on the phone in
Yeah.
20 minutes and he got them out here that
Yeah,
week.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong line of work. You should be up here with us.
I'm getting pissing people off.
No, you were good at kissing, no.
That was nice.
You were nice
So
enough.
I called them last week, they got out within a day or two to get that lawn
Cut it down.
Yeah. Oh, they did come back?
Yeah, they did a nicer job the second time.
Yeah, I went over.
That's what I kind of figured they would.
Yeah.
Explained it to them, and they seem to understand. so.
Yeah.
Got one more.
All right.
Did we hear any more on the drains?
Yeah, that's on the agenda, but we're going to discuss that as well.
Yeah.
We did I guess I can, we did do, we had a power rotting come in, a truck come in, a Vector truck, and they did find a bad spot on
Jamie's yard.
Center Street, yeah.
Jamie's yard.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
And so Don is trying to get bids now for repairs. So hopefully tonight, the council can give me an authorization to proceed, even though we don't have bids, if I can get a cap, you know, a limit.
Is that one in front of Olson's, the catch basin, is that bad too? Do you know?
I don't know that. It is part of the Elmwood Street project, though.
Okay.
Okay, are there any further comments? If none, I'm going to move on then to new business. Council, annually we receive a request for membership in the Michigan Coalition to Protect Public Right-of-Ways. The amount is $50.38. As always, I would recommend that we do continue our membership with them to that amount. So I would appreciate a motion to that effect.
I'd like to make a motion to support our continued participation for the right-of-ways.
I'll support.
Supported by Mr.
I got my ears in, I can't hear you.
Are there any questions on the motion? Hearing none, can we have a roll call in, please?
Mrs. Sotheby?
Yes.
Mr. Amoranti?
Yes.
President McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yep.
Okay, item number 2 is the local drain repair authorization. As we just discussed, we did find 2 bad spots in one run. It's a total of about 265 feet of drain, underground drain that has to be replaced. The preferred method for us would be to have an underground plastic pipe put in. But Don has not been able, well, Don has gotten a couple of quotes, but they are significantly more than we've paid in the past. And they weren't from the same companies because 2 of the companies that we've dealt with in the past are no longer in business. So I'd like to, in the interest of time, I'd like to suggest to the council that we allocate a certain amount of money based on our past experience in the hopes that we can find a contractor and get them in here. And that way we won't have to wait until our August meeting to authorize repairs. It will go to August if the amount exceeds any amount that you do authorize at this time. So I'm open for comments or questions and go for that.
What kind of monies have you looked at so far?
Judy went and looked it up for us, and it was the last time we paid for about 200 feet, it was $4,700. This is quite a bit further, and the estimate that he got from one company was $100 a foot. So we'll probably have to do backhoe, have someone dig it up and replace it if we can't get it done for less than that. There's just no way.
Have you tried Y-Golds?
I don't know who Don has spoken to. Do they do underground?
Since Mark works for him, I bet he has.
But they don't,
They
all
did out
those
here.
companies don't all push that plastic pipe in.
He did on Division, when we had that one go bad in between the 2 houses.
Who was it?
there.
It was
That was
Y-Gold?
Y-Golds, yeah.
Okay.
Terry Y-Gold.
Right.
Yeah, that was them.
Okay, well, that's good. I'll have Don check with them. But meanwhile, we really don't have enough money set aside in our current budget to handle that expenditure. So we're going to have to, I'm thinking we're going to have to go to our contingency fund and allocate an amount of money out of that. Currently, there's about $45,000 in that fund. So, based on the previous estimate,
How long ago was that?
8 years.
2009.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I'm thinking at least double that amount.
That's what I would guess.
So we're talking about $9,000.
Oh my.
9 to 10.
Unless you can find it cheaper, but you are bidding it out so far, right?
Well, yeah,
But they're-
but we're bidding out doing it underground. You know, it is an option to do it with a backhoe and have somebody, a contractor come in and do it. But I don't know that you're gonna get any significant savings.
You don't. You're talking about have them bore the
Well,
pipe underground?
what they do is they follow the existing pipe, and then when they get to where it's broke, they're able to just keep going
Bore through it.
and go through it and pick up where they left off.
That's significantly more expensive to do than open cut.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I don't know that.
believe me, it is. You get a backhoe and he can dig it out,
It's pretty hard to get anybody to do anything right now. The construction trades are just.
but that's more expensive to do it that way. It is.
Well, that could be an option.
Yeah.
If the council wants to authorize the funding and give me a cap to work under, I can then tell Don, we have to work within this amount and see what it takes to get it done.
$9,000 seems like a lot, but might be what you have to throw out. I'd let them come up and get some prices more.
Well, obviously, we're gonna solicit at least 3 bids.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
we may get 3 responses, we may not. But either way, this is the best time of year to do it. We don't want to be doing it when the ground's wet.
Have you talked to Eisenhardt's?
I don't know. I don't know who Don. Don just told me he's called a bunch of places and none of them they're either out of the business or they're too busy to book something like this. They won't even give him a quote.
That or it's too small of a job,
I don't
too.
like those
That's all.
It's a small job.
I don't
yeah.
like
That's an
little
issue.
jobs.
Yeah.
It's an issue with a lot of things.
But $9,000, that's pretty good money for 200 feet.
265.
And that's a lot of money for that. But all they're doing is boring.
Okay, well, I'm looking for answers.
All you can do is see what kind of bid you get.
Yeah, I need a budget. So,
Can we consider 10,000 as a cap, not more than?
well, we could. I mean, that's up to the council.
Because you're talking more than 200 feet
260.
in almost 10 years.
And it was 5,000 then, or 2,000?
It was
Almost
4,700.
It's another 5 years. You might want to cap it at 10,000. Hopefully it'll come in less.
Okay, if we can't get it done underground within that budget, then we will then look for a contractor to do open ditch repair. I just think it's a messy business, you know, so.
Yeah, but if you get the,
Underground's nice. Doesn't disrupt the
you get the right
property.
contractor and he can get in, get out and get it done.
Yeah, if you're willing to pay him.
And Weigel did a nice job on the last one.
So Judy, how would you prefer that we do this? Can we transfer?
Not.
Yeah, I know, well, I know. You're a good treasurer. I know you don't like us to spend money, but we need $10,000. We'll just start with that figure. And I'm looking at contingency as the only place this early in the budget. I'm not sure we want to start pulling money out of
Right.
one account and moving
Right.
it to another, so.
Right.
So can we authorize 10,000 from contingency for, that would
Be
be.
10,000 less next year.
Yeah, and that would be for minor roads, drains, correct?
Local roads.
Local roads, drains. So what we've discussed is that we would take $10,000 from our contingency fund, which is about 25% of it.
Which is
and-
from the general fund.
Which is in the general fund.
Right.
And then transfer that to the local road fund, drain category, line item. So a motion to that effect would be in order.
I so move.
Second.
Okay, so the motion is to transfer $10,000 from the general fund contingency to the local road fund drains line item in the amount of $10,000. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, we'll have a roll call, please.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Amarante?
Yes.
Mrs. Sotheby?
Yes.
President McDonald?
Yes. Okay, thank you, and I'll let Don know right away. Okay, moving on to the next item, the interlocal agreement. Villages entered into this agreement in the past. It's usually good for a couple of years at a time. It has not been renewed though, and it's up for renewal. What this is this is an agreement between the signing political subdivisions, which includes townships, villages, and cities in Oakland County, and mostly North Oakland County, that we would, in the event of a disaster or significant storm, damage assessment services by building officials would be available to come in. It's a mutual aid type of thing. Our building official would get assistance from other communities to assess damage if it was a multi-building, multi-structure type damage situation. Like if we had a bad ice storm and buildings were struck and things like that. So, as I said, we've done it in the past, and fortunately we've never had need to use it, but it could be quite costly for us if we had to hire somebody to come in, even on a temporary basis, to assist with something like that. So our building official, Tim Hollis, is recommending that we do continue our involvement.
Does that cost us?
No, there's no cost.
If it's free, I say yes.
I'm with you there. So a motion to approve the interlocal agreement between the Village of Leonard and the Oakland County Building Officials Association Damage Assessment Mutual Aid Agreement would be in order.
So ordered.
Is that
I'll support.
Okay, so motion by Mr. Hoffman and support by Mr. Elmorady. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of continuing our participation in the Building Officials Association Damage Assessment Mutual Aid Agreement, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, please say no. We'll mark that all in favor, okay? Okay. The next item of business is under old business, and that's the Elmwood Street project. At this point, it looks like MDOT has got us on their August bid schedule for the Elmwood Street project. So sometime late August, we'll probably, or mid-August, we'll get the bids for the project. And then we'll probably schedule sometime around Labor Day for the bond letting for the funding of that project. That's basically where we are right now. Are there any questions?
Is that going to be just a grinding of Elmwood Street down, or is it going to be taking it all up?
It's both. We couldn't afford to do total removal, so we're going from milling it from Whitehead Street to Rochester Road, and then from Rochester Road to down by the school, and then from the school east, which is where they had the worst conditions. When they did borings, they only found 3 inches or less of actual road there.
Yeah.
So from there out, they're going to take the whole road up, repair the base, put the old asphalt down, and then put new asphalt over it. So that's the current plan.
So they're just gonna mill up here?
Yeah, just mill the parking areas and everything, yeah.
Okay.
They've got quite a crown on that road right now. Will they look at that?
The MDOT standard is 2%, so yes, it's going to be just like Forest Street. They did the same thing on Forest. It was made wider. They're not widening Elmwood, but it's going to be less of a crown.
Less of a crown, okay. Good.
Yeah.
I hope it's not the same company that did Forest.
Yeah, I know. That's what you get when you get low bid. That we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Self-inspection too.
Just a question that matters. You know, how Oakland County always got somebody sitting out there kind of monitoring their base and all that stuff. I mean, since this is kind of a through street, why wasn't that kind of the case when they did Rochester Road, because I know
It was. There were engineers here every day.
Was there? Because I was like, I'm just like, my mind's blown like how bad it is.
Yeah. Okay. What did we do? Okay, Roland Hall. Well, I think everybody saw the status of Roland Hall when you walked in. They're almost done. Hopefully tomorrow or Wednesday will be their last day and they'll have everything cleaned up and cleaned out. So they did give us a little shout out though that our roof is in pretty bad shape from when they went up there to do the inspections and repairs. So we're going to have to maybe get that looked at and just see where we are on that.
Should we refer them to the person that owns the corner building too?
You're more than welcome to.
I don't know.
Okay, moving on. For my report, there were no Freedom of Information requests last month. I also received no applications for block grant assistance. Ordinance enforcement, fortunately that one seems to have been resolved. The 4258, 4285 Forest Street. I already mentioned that we're looking at the Elmwood Street project being started in September. And also, I want to let everyone know, the Leonard Trailhead, we're installing a fountain, which involves a water fountain for trail users and the public. And it will be a public fountain. The Pollyant Trail received a donation of about $5,300. They're paying for the fountain and the well installer to do the underground piping, and Don and I and a couple other volunteers have worked to put the concrete pad down. Bruce Pearson and I kind of prefabbed a shed that will be needed because it is a public water supply. We have to have an expansion tank and all of the necessary plumbing for testing and stuff above ground, which we didn't have previously. So bottom line is that we're hoping to have that done by Strawberry Festival. So
where's this going to be?
it's right down by the bridge on the Pollyant Trailhead, by the bathroom there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Trustee committee reports, summer festival committee. Anything?
Everything's going good so far.
Good. I saw Wayne was here today.
Yeah, he made a mistake
Yeah.
tonight for last week's meeting.
Cable commission. Shar?
Nothing.
Okay. That's okay.
I had to chair it, and it was the shortest meeting they've ever had.
I could take lessons? Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, decorating committee?
Nothing new.
Okay. Planning commission? My understanding is there probably will be a meeting in July, but I'm not sure. If not, I'll let everybody know. Pollyant Trail, the meetings have been postponed, or they didn't have a meeting scheduled for July, so I've got nothing there.
And you're putting up new signs, right? Or you did put up new signage?
Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to get some more. Okay, Main Street. I don't think we got anything going on there.
I have a question. Sorry, I keep hearing that.
Yeah.
Well, for Main Street or the decorating committee, I love how they put up the American flags at the different times of year, but why don't we come all the way to the fire station on all the poles?
They don't have enough.
Okay. Because I think that would look nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have them up
We're
here
working on
around,
getting more,
but they
don't have enough.
they deteriorate real fast too, the more you leave them out. So.
Yeah, that's the
And
bad
it's
thing.
expensive putting them up and down, quite honestly, for, the DPW people to do it, so.
Yeah, because I know like Memorial Day, Labor Day,
Right,
4th of July,
right.
it's so nice when you're coming in, but
Right.
they don't really start, it's only like.
Yeah, downtown, yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't have the proper equipment anymore. Ever since OSHA's been giving us the kibosh, we need a
Man,
man lift truck because we can't use the tractor.
or we have to use a ladder, and then that requires at least two people
Yep,
to
yep.
put them up and down, so. Okay. Community Development Block Grant, I think everybody received their monthly
Missed-
report.
Village Park.
Missed the park.
Which one did I win?
Park.
Park? Oh. We got anything going on, Mike, for the park?
Nothing.
No, yeah.
Meeting Wednesday if we have anything.
Yeah, I don't know that we do. Okay, Block Grant, we got the report. NODA, they also canceled their July meeting, actually June and July, so there's nothing there. And the Historical Study Committee, where are we? Got a nice, saw a nice old calendar today.
Wasn't that cool?
Yeah, we'll have to get something put together for that. Okay. Okay, finally, council received a copy of the correspondence from Bruce Hall. Are there any questions on that? Anything? If none, motion to adjourn would be in order.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Is there support?
I'll support.
All in favor of the motion to adjourn, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for attending tonight.